Hello and welcome to another Absolute Motors product video. In this episode, we will be showing you the new RS6 Aventuri air intake. That is why I have the RS6 of Patrick behind me. I'm really looking forward to this. It gives you super big gains and it is a cool product. I love the look of it. So it's time to unpackage it so that you guys can see what it looks like. We already unpackaged it because we couldn't wait. We wanted to have a sneaky peek. We packaged it back up so that it stayed safe and we didn't damage it. But here it is, the new Aventuri air intake. So I think this is the most impressive looking part, the bit that everyone wants to see when you open the engine bay. That is the air intake itself. We also have a couple of extra parts. Let's pop the hood and you can take a look at the original intake on the RS6. So the original one is here. It does come with a BMC filter as stock, which is cool. So the parts that we are changing are this bit at the front here, these two connectors, and then under here, we have the intakes onto the turbos. Those two will be swapped for the Aventuri ones. Now we have the stock air intake out the car, we can put them side by side and compare the two. Now the most obvious difference is this one is carbon fiber and this one's plastic. It doesn't take much to see that. Now Aventuri do offer this in two finishes. We went for the gloss carbon fiber finish. It was an easy decision for us because we have a lot of gloss carbon fiber already on the car with the Urban body kit and the original carbon that it comes with. It also comes in a matte finish. So you don't have to stick with this. If you'd like, you can have it in matte carbon as well. The Aventuri intake consists of 5 parts. You have the lower intake, the upper intake, which houses a bespoke BMC air filter. This allows for a good clean airflow of air into the turbos. You have these enlarged turbo inlets. Now these are 85% bigger than the stock. That allows for a lot more air to flow into the turbos, and we have these silicone hoses. Now Aventuri designed the kit so that you have a smooth airflow from the lower inlet into the upper. This allows for a more lambda flow of air into the turbos, which results in a better throttle response and a higher power output. Now that we've finished comparing the two, it's time to put it on the car and you guys can see how it looks and fits. Once we've done that, we will compare the performance figures. Now the system is on the car, it's time to go over the increase in performance figures, which in my opinion are pretty impressive considering it's just a simple air intake upgrade that takes roughly an hour. Now you get an increase of 15 to 25 horsepower, which also has an increase of 17 to 27 Newton meters of torque, and that is with a stock ECU. The one behind me has stage 2 tuning, which means you get a power increase of 60 to 80 horsepower, and 80 to 108 Newton meters of torque. The original maximum flow rate into the engine was around 700 cubic feet per minute. The increase with the Aventuri system is around 1400 cubic feet per minute, which is a substantial increase of 90%. Now we have the reduction times for a stage 1 tuning with an Aventuri intake for a quarter mile. With the stock intake, you will be able to do it in 11.2 seconds. With stage 1 tuning and an Aventuri intake, that will be reduced to 10.75, which is a good increase for an intake. We also have the figures for 100 to 200 kilometers per hour, which is reduced by 0.6 seconds when you have stage 1 tuning and the Aventuri. Right now we're on the test drive. Basically what we're looking for is that the car is running well. There aren't any issues with the mass airflow sensor. As we can see, it's all running well. If you use this car as a daily, I believe you will be able to feel the difference with the power gain that you get from the Aventuri. It is a fairly big chunk that you get, especially with the stage 2 tuning. And if you push the car to the limits and drive it on the edge, which I think most RS6 drivers do, then you'll definitely feel the difference. As for the sound, if you really know your car sounds and you stand on the outside of the car, you should be able to hear the difference on like the rasp of the intake when you rev it. But from the inside, these cars are so well isolated that you don't really hear any difference in sound. But we are good to go. This car is fine, it's running well. There are no warnings or issues. So it's a thumbs up. Now this intake doesn't only fit the RS6, it also fits the RS7. So if you'd like an Aventuri intake on your RS7, then don't hesitate to get in touch and we can provide you with one. The test drive is complete, everything is working well and there are no issues. Now obviously this product is available here at Absolute Motors. If you are interested in purchasing one or have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact us. You could leave a comment in the box below or alternatively send us an email and we will get back to you as soon as possible. So that is it for this episode. We are done. Thank you for watching guys. I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and I will see you in the next Absolute Motors YouTube video.